Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking the code on a decision you make all the time, probably without even thinking about it. Do you buy the name brand, or do you go for the store brand?
Okay, picture this. You're in the grocery store, staring at the shelf. You've got the big national brand on one side and the store's own version on the other. It feels like a simple choice, right? But what's actually going on in your brain is a whole other story, and it goes way beyond just the price tag.
The obvious answer is money. We pick the store brand to save a few bucks. Simple. But is that really it? Well, research shows it's way more complicated than that. So let's put on our detective hats, because we're going to investigate this by following three main clues that researchers use to figure out exactly what we're thinking.
All right, clue number one. This is the big one, or at least the one we all think is the whole story. It's all about how focused you are on getting the absolute lowest price you can.
You know this mindset. We call it price consciousness. It's the classic bargain hunter. For this kind of shopper, that number on the price tag is king. It's the most important piece of information, and pretty much everything else comes second.
Okay, let's move on to our second clue. This is where things get a little more nuanced, because it's not just about what's cheapest, it's about getting a really good deal.
We call this one value consciousness, and it's all about getting the best bang for your buck. A value-conscious shopper is doing a quick mental calculation. They're asking themselves, okay, is the quality I'm getting actually worth the price I'm paying? It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart.
And that brings us to our final clue. And honestly, this one might just be the most powerful of all. This is the one that's operating behind the scenes, deep in your subconscious.
This is that little nagging voice in the back of your head. You know the one. It's whispering, what if this generic stuff is just awful? What if I just wasted my money? It all boils down to one simple, powerful emotion, the fear of making a mistake.
So, we have our three suspects: price, value, and risk. But which one is the real driver? To figure that out, we're going to look at some hard data from a 2018 study where researchers surveyed shoppers in Malaysia to see which factor had the strongest pull on their decision to buy a store brand.
Now, this is where things get really interesting, because context matters a lot. The Malaysian shoppers in this particular study were upper middle income. When a similar study looked at shoppers in Thailand, a lower middle income country, guess what? Price was number one, hands down. But when you have a little more disposable income, like these Malaysian shoppers did, the whole game changes.
All right, moment of truth. For these particular shoppers, which clue was the ultimate predictor of their choice? Was it the desire to save money, the hunt for a good deal, or the fear of making a mistake? Let's count it down from weakest to strongest.
Coming in at number 3, believe it or not, is price consciousness. Now that score, 0.964, is incredibly high. A score close to 1 means there's a really, really strong link. So yeah, saving money is a huge deal. But it's not the biggest deal.
In second place, just squeaking ahead with a score of 0.967, is value consciousness. That feeling of getting a smart deal, of getting good quality for the price, that's an even stronger predictor. We're getting warmer, but we're not there yet.
And the number one factor with a score so close to perfect it's almost unbelievable is risk perception. That's right, it's all about the fear. The single biggest factor isn't about what you might gain by saving $1, but about what you fear you might lose if you make the wrong choice.
So let's just let that sink in for a second. The biggest thing driving our decision in that aisle isn't the thrill of finding a bargain. It's the deep-seated need to avoid that feeling of regret, to avoid wasting our money on something that doesn't work out.
This actually has a name in behavioral economics. It's called loss aversion, and it's so powerful because it's so true. Think about it. How bad does it feel to lose 20 bucks? Now, how good does it feel to find 20 bucks? For most of us, the pain of the loss is way stronger than the joy of the gain. That's exactly what's happening when you hesitate in the grocery aisle.
Okay, so if you're a retailer, and you know this, if you know that fear is the biggest roadblock for your customers, what do? Well, you create a whole playbook designed to lower their anxiety and make them feel totally confident choosing your brand. One of their biggest plays is called the good, better, best strategy. It lets you choose your own comfort level. The good tier is for the pure bargain hunter. The better tier feels safe, like it's just as good as the national brand. And the best tier? That's for when you want to feel like you're getting a premium product at a discount. Each one is designed to reduce risk for a different kind of person.
And they've got other clever tactics too. You see free samples? That's to kill the risk of, what if it tastes bad? They'll stick their product right next to the big brand so you can't miss the price difference. And the ultimate safety net? A money-back guarantee. It makes the purchase basically risk-free, and the more of their products you buy and trust, the less risky each new one feels. It's genius, really.
So, when you look at how popular store brands have become, you realize it's not just a story about cutting costs. It's a story about retailers becoming expert psychologists. They figured out our deepest economic fears and then systematically dismantled them, one guarantee at a time.
So, the next time you're standing in that aisle, I bet you'll see things a little differently. You'll see the whole game being played out on the shelf in front of you. And you'll understand that the real conversation happening in your head isn't just about saving money. It's about feeling safe in your choice.